good? Happy Friday, y'all. Does my camera look... I don't know how it looks. Maybe it's just my screen. What's good, y'all? Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy post-Juneteenth. I think that's just my screen. What's good, good, good? Come holler at your girl. Welcome inside of the castle, Château. I'm just having my first meal of the day. What's up? What's up? Does that say some nonsense? I can't see. Greetings. Greetings, greetings. What's good? What's good? Holla at your girl. So, it's been a wild week. To say the least, okay? I wanted to do this in horizontal mode, but I forgot to set it up that way before I scheduled the live, so I wasn't able to. So it's in vertical mode. This is what YouTube recommends, so you have to manually change it. So anyway, yeah, it's been a wild ass week. It's been a wild week. But before I get into my week, I just got to vent with y'all. I don't know if any of y'all are hip hop heads like myself. What's good? What's good? I don't know. But baby, let me tell you. I'm still amped off the Ken and Friends pop out. It was so damn good. Is the lighting okay? Let me turn on this light. It was so good. It was so good, y'all. Who watched that? Who watched that? Put a one in the chat if you watched the Ken and Friends pop out. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show. Certified boogeyman. I'm the one that up the score with him. It was hype. I had Lil Château rocking. You hear me? I was in here jamming. Don't play. I'm telling you, I am a hip hop head. I told y'all before. If you watch my channel, if you're a subscriber and you watch my videos, or if you're a viewer and not a subscriber, consider subscribing to your girl. Like the video. But I told y'all before, I used to rap. I used to rap. I used to freestyle. For real, for real. It was so good. And each segment just got better. Like, the first segment with DJ Head, when he brought out all local artists, I thought that was dope. My respect for Kendrick increased massively. I already had respect for him. That's not what I'm saying. But it increased massively. That was the dopest shit ever. That was so dope. So dope. And then just to see the elevation, to see the way the talent, the skill, and everything increased throughout the show leading up to him. It was so dope. Even in the first set with DJ Head, you know. And I thought it was dope that people in the crowd, I didn't know who they were, but people in the crowd knew and was singing along with some of the local artists. I was like, that's dope. DJ Mustard set, fire. But when Tyler the Creator came out, that really, really, really set the energy off. I mean, the crowd went wow. You hear me? Y'all know I can't see. Happy Friday, Rhonda. Oh, shit, I forgot to put my microphone in. I need to go watch it. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Hold on, let me put my microphone in. Yes, you do. I'm going to rewatch it. I'm going to rewatch it. Hold on, right quick, y'all. Okay. I'm sure that sounds better. Yeah. Um, Definitely watch it. I'm gonna rewatch it. I'm so grateful. I don't pay for Amazon. I think I told y'all that before. Am I yelling? I don't know. I don't know. But I don't pay for Amazon. But I do have a free 30-day trial that I got when one of my Instagram followers um gifted me a, I think I told y'all that how I got this stuff. Gifted me an Amazon gift card, digital gift card. So when I went to put that on my account, Amazon gave me a 30-day free trial. So I was like, sure, why not? For Amazon Prime. Mm-hmm. Perfect timing. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to see it. I wouldn't have been able to see it because I don't have Prime. I hope you. Maybe I should move this closer. I hope you're the best. Um, I love. Thank you so much. Shout out to you, Xavier. Thank you so much. Is this too close? I don't have my thing on either because it doesn't really fit. Thank you, Xavier. I appreciate that. And thank you for watching. Um, so okay. Yes, it was great. Tyler the Creator came out, blew it up. Um, when I saw YG, I was like, see, Drake, see, that's what your ass get. It was so good. It was so good. And when Drake came out, when the music started, when the music started, I was like, my reactions were exactly the same as the crowds. Okay, throughout the whole thing, my reactions were the same as the crowds. When Drake came out, and then when I saw the little thing rise up with him, I was like, what? I was so I, and then watching it live for the first time, you don't know what's happening. And when Dre walked off, and when Kendrick was like, that's it, you ain't gonna say nothing else, before we get the party started. And when he said he needed a moment of silence and bent down, as soon as I heard, psst, I was like, oh, no, he didn't. I see dead people. I was like, what? R.I.P. Let's all have a moment of silence for Aubrey Drake Graham, the great actor, the great cosplayer of Black American history. May he rest in peace. May his soul and his body be sent back to fucking Canada. Okay? Rest in peace, Aubrey Graham. We loved you with the melodies, but as soon as you tried to go hard and do exactly what your mentor told you not to do with your hard-headed ass, then you can't imitate this violence. Okay? You can run to America to imitate heritage, but you can't imitate this violence, baby. Rest in peace, Aubrey. Drake Graham, you had a good run, dear Adonis. And then, and then the first run through, when he said, "What's good? What's good?" When he said, "What's up, Milani?" When he said, "Trying to strike a chord," and it's probably the whole crowd, A minor. I mean, you could hear it. You could hear it so loud through the screen. You could hear it. They were very clear. The fact that he opened his setup with Euphoria. Get out of here. Get out of here. And they singing along. We all, because I know the lyrics too. We all singing along. But then when he ran through Not Like Us for the second time, right? Like he didn't do the whole thing. He stopped after A minor. And so then he started it over the second time. The second time he ran through it, the crowd sang the first part. He said mustard on a beat, and the crowd, you could hear it. If you haven't watched it, when you watch it, come back, comment on this video, and be like, I see what you were saying. That shit was so fly. That was fire. That was dope. That was dope. I mean, that was dope. Mm-hmm. Wa alaikum salam. Peace, peace, peace. Mm-hmm. It was good. It was good. So I just had to get that off with y'all. I just had to get that off with y'all because I've been watching this whole thing, the whole beef, and I don't have a hip hop channel, so I've been having to just talk to my plants about it. We've been up in here vibing to it. My plants have grown a lot. They enjoyed it. So I just needed to get that off right quick, okay? So moving on with the agenda on this live. And y'all hit that like button for your girl. So it has been a wild week. It has been a wild week. It was all it was all pretty cool until I opened up my laptop and boop 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 boop, all these different Microsoft warnings just start coming up because I was going to start working on the meal plan book, where I've been telling you guys about, where I'm putting together different meals for each blood type. Yep. And that came up, and Microsoft was like, "You got a Trojan virus. Contact Microsoft security team right away. Don't shut down nothing. Don't close any windows." I was like, dang. But I couldn't. I couldn't do anything, though. Mm-hmm. Thank you. I couldn't do anything but call. Okay? So I did that. I called. It was a trip because they had me run, you know, the things they needed to do and to get to the different things, right? So she had me pull up the run command and told me what to type in. And once it finished running, it had four sections. And she told me what each one, she told me to let her know what each one said. And then she told me what each one of them meant. So she said, "Yeah, your computer has been hacked." And she said, "Now we need to see if your phone lines are tapped as well." So did another one. So under the third category, on the first run, right? Under the third category, it said foreign address. The first one, I forgot what it said, and then it said something else which showed my IP address. And I think she said, I forgot. But the other one, it said foreign address. And then the other one was the last column said status. So then on the second run, under the foreign address, it had my name. And under status, they all said listening. So she was like, yes, your lines are tapped. They can hear what we're saying right now. So she was like, I'm going to call you back on the Microsoft secured line. It got disconnected. I ended up calling back the Microsoft number, and I got a guy, he finished with me, right? So he gave me, he told me to write down right away all of his information, Microsoft ID number, and he gave me the secured line number and told me to call him back. So I called him right back, and he was like, yes, your phone lines are tapped, but now you're on a secured line, so we can continue on. He also went through and hold on. He went through and he just went through the first number of, there were four credit cards that the people used. They used my identity to get into and pay for a child pornography site on Pornhub. First he said Pornhub, and that's when I laughed. I'm like, and he said it was at 4:30 that morning. So when he said Pornhub, I was like, you motherfuckers are hacking into people's accounts to go onto Pornhub? So then he went on, he continued, and he asked to confirm if I have any credit or debit cards that begin with just the first number, right? So I pulled out my two cards. I have a MasterCard and a Visa card. So, the MasterCard start with a 5, the Visa card start with a 4. They also used an Amex and a Discover card. So Amex starts with 4, starts with, I think, a 3, and Discover starts with a 6. So with that, once it went on, that's when he said they were paying for to get onto a child pornography website. That's when I was like, say what? Come again? But then I said, you need to confirm more than that. I said, I'm sitting in a parking lot right now at a library, and I'm sure everybody in here has a MasterCard and a Visa. You know what I mean? And I only said those two because those are the only two that I had. So it automatically eliminated the other two, that they could not be me. I said, you need to confirm more than that. Make it the last four or the first four. But to just say, oh, you have a MasterCard and you have a Visa, it's quite possible it could be you and I need to report that. No, you need to do more than that. I said, I'm gonna tell you right here, the last four of my MasterCard is this, the last four of the Visa is this, because you're not just gonna do the first number. That's every motherfucking body in America that got a card. Are you kidding me? Stop playing. Don't play with me. This is too serious to play with me about that. So he was like, okay. So then he connected me with my Capital One, because that's who my MasterCard is with, Capital One, right? So when I got to Capital One said, I can see that you're calling from Microsoft Secure Line, so I need to do more verification because I can't tell who you are. I was like, oh, okay. That's pretty dope. So we went through that. He got into my account, verified who I am, and he said, wanted to know why I called. I said, this is the situation, and they advised me to have you guys increase the security on my account, you know? So we went through that. I haven't turned my laptop on since then, okay? But once I got done with that call and got back with the Microsoft guy, he said they took care of everything. Um, I guess I don't know what the proper verbiage would be, but they secured my connection and got the not trolls. What are they? Got the people off my line. So when I went back before that, when I go back to them, um, or before I went over to the my Capital One, I'm looking. My computer was still open. I'm seeing somebody controlling my mouse. So I was telling them, I'm like, they're in my computer right now. Like I'm watching them control my mouse. And as I'm saying this again, keep in mind the lines are tapped. This was before I called him back on the security line, on the secure line. So I'm like, I'm seeing them move my mouse. I'm seeing it like my mouse just moved, my cursor, I mean, just move across the stream. And when I said it to him, he said something, and then the motherfuckers want to open my camera. And I was like, they're trying to open my camera. They want to open my camera. That would not have been good. So he was like, shut it down, shut it down. Because I had signed off and went to power off. But by that time, by the time I was going to power it off, that's when they opened my camera. I just closed the motherfucker right quick. I'm like, you are not about to capture an image of me. You out your mind. You are out of your mind. No, no, no. But I saw the camera open up. I was like, what? I closed that bad boy down immediately. You hear me? And I have not opened it back up since. So we continued on with everything I just told you. And then after that, he said they cleared everything up, and to keep my laptop shut off for the next 30 minutes. I haven't turned it back on since then. That was 2 days ago. That was 2 days ago. And I still haven't turned it on. Mm-mm. Nope. That is scary. That is scary. You need that's that's what somebody just told me yesterday. Until then, put something over it. I need to open my laptop so I could do that. But yes, I need a camera cover. I didn't even know that was a thing for a laptop, but thank you because I'm gonna look into it. Um, I need a VPN. I need all kind of shit. It's coming. It's coming. First thing I need is income, consistent income. So that's what I'm working on first. But yes, I do. I didn't. I'm so glad you mentioned that because I didn't know that was a thing. But I do. So that was crazy. And they said I hadn't opened my laptop in 2 days, and they said it looked like it had been 48 hours since it was hacked. Mm-hmm. Crazy. I'm just insane. So that happened, but I just been continuing to use my cell phone devices, but it's a little bit of a monkey wrench, but that's okay. That's okay. The way I look at life, it's all temporary. But I've never dealt with anything like that on my own. Well, I've never dealt with anything like that. But anytime I would get a virus from maybe clicking on something and going through all that, I was married at the time. So my ex-husband took care of all that. He had his other Gambian friends were our technicians. If y'all remember LimeWire, I was forever getting viruses from LimeWire because I was downloading music all the time. So I kept a virus on my laptop from LimeWire. But yeah, my ex husband used to just take care of all that. So that was crazy. That was crazy. And y'all give your girl a like. If you on this live, give me a thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up. It don't look like it's no thumbs up on here. Help me out. Give me a thumbs up. Y'all know I'm trying to get to 2,000 subscribers quickly in the near future. So that's a great segue to go into the next thing I want to talk to y'all about, which is first, let me shout out. And is she still on here? What's good? What's good? Already. Oh, I do? It ain't showing me any. That's what's up. Thank you. So, right there, her right there, she bought one of my journals. So that takes my total to 4 that I've sold, 4 journals that I've sold. So, make sure y'all I think I put the link somewhere, but if not, it'll definitely be at the end of this video. Mhm. I made a gratitude journal. It's a 6-month daily gratitude journal and a journal of enormous ideas. So y'all check them out. They're on Amazon. They're on Amazon. Mhm. So shout out to you. Definitely, definitely check it out. Definitely. Um, I'm also um, I'm also gonna be doing a giveaway of one of each. If y'all noticed in the title, it did say giveaway alert. So this is not the official announcement. This is just the official alert to know that I'm actually going to be doing a giveaway of one 6-month daily gratitude journal and one, the title is My Journal of Enormous Ideas. So I'll be giving away one of each. You do have to be a subscriber. So just subscribe, turn on your notifications so you don't miss the official announcement. But that's happening. So while I'm on that, let me run this by y'all. So here's something I'm about to do. Today I finished up, I created, for those who don't know, I am, it's not active anymore, but I still consider myself a licensed cosmetologist because I was actually licensed and I was a colorist. I love the chemistry of hair. I love color. So I was a colorist. And so back when I started making these 2 journals, the Journal of Enormous Ideas and the Gratitude Journal, once I finished those, I also started making a client color log journal. And I ran it by one of my girlfriends who I was in beauty school with, who's still behind the chair, and she's a colorist. And she really liked it and helped me make some tweaks and stuff, considering she still is behind the chair. So here's my idea. I am going to I'm going to order once they're done. I'm going to order 2 copies for myself, right? One of them, the second one is going to be like a game. Not a game like a game to play, but here's what I'm going to do. So with the 2 copies that I'm going to order, I'm going to go around to salons and salon suites selling it, like pitching it to take direct orders. And if they don't want to order from me directly, I'll just send them to Amazon. But I'm going to pitch the fact that it would be cheaper to order it from me directly, right? Because you got the markup cost on Amazon, but also they'll have it right here in person. So the one will be like, this is the last copy that I have on hand to sell. So if you want to, if you want to buy it, you can buy it. But I'm taking orders, and then I'll just deliver them all back to you. You know what I mean? So that's how I want to sell them. Like for those I don't care nothing about. It's not that I don't care, but I need to I just feel like, if they see it and get people to see it, and if they tell maybe their other stylist colleagues about it, they can go and order it online. Or if I can just really push it in person, um, that would be dope. Like I haven't thought beyond that as far as like if they do really well. All I know is I just want to push them and have a bigger um, profit margin than I would get on Amazon. So that's my plan with my color log. hmm Go to the independent salons, the standalone salons, I mean, and to the salon suites. hmm And this one, it's strictly for colorists. I created it. It's strictly for colorists. So like, if you don't do color clients, it won't it won't benefit um like a hair cutting, like a hair cutter. If there's a stylist that only does cuts, because some salons, I typically worked in high end salons, right? So some salons, the appointments may be switched up. So a woman could come in for a cut and color, and it's done with two different people. The person who's cutting it only does cuts. The person who's coloring it only does color. You know what I mean? Because both of those have their own advanced technic technic technicalities. Their own advanced classes and their own advanced everything. And then like on the mid range, you'll have a stylist who does cut and color. But if you want to specialize, which is where you can charge the most, if someone specializes in hair cutting, that's where you're going to run into $900 haircuts, $1,500 haircuts. You know what I'm saying? Hey, hey, what's up, April? I'm so glad to see you on the live today. I was looking for you on Juneteenth. Colors make all the money. Yeah, make YouTube shorts to advertise your products. Make sure the links are in. Uh-huh. Yes, that's exactly what I plan on doing when I get my copies of the journals. Absolutely. Absolutely. And April, on Juneteenth, I was at the pop out. I wasn't there in Cali. I'm in Cali, but I wasn't there. I was watching that on Amazon. I was in hip hop mode. That was my Juneteenth. That was my Juneteenth. I was celebrating blackness with K Dot. You know, it was so good. It was so good. So yeah, I'm here for the Friday Night Live. So the next thing I wanted to discuss with y'all, I'm here in Cali. I was live, wasn't it? Wasn't it? Wasn't it? It was. I'm still amped off of it. I'm still amped. I'm still watching people's recaps, and it was live. The energy was, I know for the people there, it was live. Live. Like I felt it. I felt the energy. But yeah, another thing I wanted to discuss with y'all, I was thinking about it. Baby. Sometimes you gotta pop out and it was hype, man. I'm telling you. It was hype. Yeah, I couldn't that's all I would have been talking about if I would have came on. But it didn't end until 8 o'clock Pacific. So mm, yeah. I was tempted to come on afterwards. I was tempted to come on, but I was like, I don't know if any subscribers would be on here, or I'm still not sure of the time zone of most of my subscribers that uh really come on when I'm on live. So, but yeah, I was really thinking about it heavily today. So I figured I'd discuss it. So I'm thinking what made me think about it is as I'm watching different people's recaps and stuff, right? And y'all know I've talked with y'all before about my content. And here's the thing. Here's what I know about me. Where I feel like I'm my most authentic. Cuz sometimes I was thinking I don't know if my personality really comes through in my recorded videos. So, I got to work on that. But my personality, me, comes through when I'm doing my shorts and on live, right? Like those are my favorites. Live is my favorite. Live is absolutely my favorite. And if YouTube had a stories type of thing, I wouldn't abandon my long form content. I wouldn't abandon that because I'm starting to really fall in love with video creation and learning about that. I got to figure out how to really bring my personality into it. Um, even with learning how to really make cinematic style videos because I love that. I really love that, and that's how I want my recorded videos to be. I just don't know, and I don't know if I'm wrong about that. I just feel like my personality really comes through on lives and in my shorts. Yeah. So I'd be here. Wait, I get a notification when you go live. That's what's up. Yeah, everybody need to turn their notifications on. So, what I like about YouTube is that it really mimics life. And this is what I like about life. I like the constant challenges of having to solve something. So right now, I'm working on solving how do I make my content more engaging, yet cohesive, yet still like my banner says van life, inspiration, and entrepreneurship. And the entrepreneurship is really, really my focus because I need I need to pump up my income. You know what I mean? Like I need income and I need to do that. But again, it's entrepreneurship. I'm not an employee. I'm only an employee of myself. So that's my focus. That's been my focus. That's been my focus. And so, yeah, but I don't like not posting anything for a few days, you know? But in those few days that I'm not posting, I'm working. I just haven't figured out how to capture what I'm doing to where it's not boring. Like, because of what I'm doing is boring. You know what I mean? It's not boring to me. So figuring out how to put how to keep my personality in it, because yeah, although I haven't had any viral shorts, I like the fact that my personality is in my shorts. And my personality is definitely all over my lives. I like that. Because like I said a long time ago, I'm not transparent. I'm not transparent. I'm crystal clear. And that's what I love about, and that's why I'm so comfortable doing lives. Like, my lives aren't even scripted, although some people may say they should be. I always have an idea of what I want to discuss, because like I said at the beginning, I don't want my live replays to be so, like, if you weren't here live, you can't engage. I don't like that when I watch people's lives. It's like, or if they just sitting there, waiting to see what comment they're gonna. I don't like that. I don't like that. So I made up my mind at the beginning of this channel. When I do my lives, I want them to be engaging for the replay. Now where I'm at is, how do I make my recorded videos more like my lives? I feel like my lives are lit. It's just a process of continuing to do it. That's what I like about life. As you keep learning, looking inward, because that's the only way you learn, from looking at, what did I do? How could I have done that better? How could I have said that better? Let me replay what I did, what I said. Let me pay attention to why I did that, and what was you know what I mean? That's life. So that's how I do with everything. Your videos definitely show your personality. That's why I looked for you on Juneteenth. I figured it would be live. I know. Yeah, yeah. I was at the pop out. I was at the pop out, babe. I was at the pop out. When I tell you it was rocking up in here, I can only imagine what it looked like from the outside. Because I was sitting on my blue stool, and I had my phone back there where on my butcher block where my stove be, so I could sit up higher, and I was rocking. Okay, I was into it. I was into it. What Tech Nine say? In other words, I'm a hip hopper. I'm a hip hopper. I'm telling you, I'm a hip hop head. I was a B girl back in the early 80s. I started rapping in the 6th grade. I'm a B girl. I'm a B girl. I'm a hip hopper. I'm telling you. I be with the I be with the rap battles. I be with the ciphers. I've been in some ciphers. All of that. All of that. The backpackers uh was my homies back in the 90s. The 5%ers. Look, wherever there's rhyme, that you could find me. I was there. I was there. I was there. I still be When I was in Arizona, one of my acquaintances' girlfriends that I met, she was 30. She had turned 30. She was 29 when we met. She had turned 30. And I had to play her. I had to play her the LL and cannabis beef. I still be talking about that. They talking about how many low blows and keeping the family out of it. I'm like, do y'all not know rap battles? What are y'all talking about? What are y'all talking about? Cannabis brought up LL's wife and some more shit. Like, what are you talking about? And this was before Tupac and Biggie. What are you talking about? When I played all them raps for her, she was like, damn. And that was in the what, the early 90s. Man, when Cannabis said, yo, L, let me borrow the mic on your arm, even me and my kid's dad, when we heard, we was like, what are you saying? You don't know what that mic means to LL? We knew that was a bad move. Just like how people saying about Drake on Family Matters, I knew when he mentioned K-Dot's family. That's how my kids' dad and I were when Cannabis mentioned that mic on LL's arm. We was like, oh, you done fucked up, my boy. You done fucked up, my boy. You done fucked up, my boy. And look, this the rap beef I grew up on. LL didn't even take they were on a song together. They wasn't even beefing. They was on a song together. L took so much offense to that. Look, I'm not hip hopper. You hear me? I'm hurt. Because how you take offense to somebody you on a song with, it wasn't even low-key beef. It wasn't low-key beef. It was none of that. it was no low-key back in the 90s, in the early 90s. It wasn't no low-key. We ain't do that. We ain't get down like that. But LL took high-key offense to that shit, okay? He straight sunned him. But I'm going to be honest. I think Cannabis won. I think popular opinion is that Cannabis won because that's a rapping. Can I bust? Yes, you can. Cannabis won, but LL had the popularity. But that was a good battle, man. That was a good battle. They went bar for bar. And you know why? You know why we say Cannabis won? Because in a fight, there is no low blows. You only got low blows in boxing. But like in a street battle, in war, there is no such thing as a low blow. You do whatever to win. It ain't none of that. It ain't none of that. It's war. It's a battle. You do whatever to win. Whatever. You find out whatever dirt you got on your opponent and you put it to a rhyme. And for real, Cannabis won that battle. For real. But LL had the popularity. He been out the longest, and he was able to handle it better. Like it was tough for Cannabis to even handle taking down such a giant, but that was a battle. You hear me? That was a battle until Tupac and Biggie. Because I don't even think Jay-Z and Nas, I don't even think that battle was it was a battle. It was a battle, but it wasn't. It was a clean street fight. That's how I would categorize Jay-Z and Nas. It was a clean street fight. It was a clean street fight. Some hard hits. You know what I'm saying? A busted lip here and there. Maybe a black eye. But it wasn't a brawl. It wasn't an all-out brawl. You know what I'm saying? Now, Tupac and Biggie. First of all, fuck you and the clique you claim. Okay. Come equipped with game. Like, what? Take the gloves off. Claim to be a player, but I fucked your wife. What? Like, no subliminals At all. At all. No Vaseline. No Vaseline. No Vaseline. And see, no Vaseline is tough because it wasn't even a battle. That was just a diss song that took out a whole motherfucking crew. Easy E dick smelling like MC Ren shit. What? 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 Get out of here, please. Please, come on. We was just rocking with NWA. Now y'all beefing? They putting out pictures of Dre. They put out them old pictures of Dre. Oh man, it was a mess. It was a mess. It was a mess. I'm telling you. Q wasn't playing. Q wasn't the one to play with. Didn't he come out? Didn't he come out with three albums in a year? He came out with America's Most Wanted, Kill at Will, and Death Certificate. Back to back. Motherfucking Aubrey think he know about a back to back. No, that's a back to back. He came out with them 3 albums within 2 years. Within 2 years. What? And they all hit. They all hit. America's Most Wanted, Kill at Will, and Death Certificate. They may not be the order, but those 3 came out back to back. Back to back. That's a back to back. Okay. Yeah, see, I'm that B girl. I'm that hip hop head. I'm that hip hop head. And see, the fact that we got this Canadian cosplaying Black American culture, that's what K-Dot been saying through this whole thing. Not about him being biracial or not Black enough or whatever. No, you don't know this culture. You don't know Black American culture, period. It's just you using all this shit as props to you. Using your dad as a fucking prop. I think you should ask for more paper, Dennis. More paper. And more paper. But then at the same time, the nerve of you, Dennis. When K-Dot said, "Dear Adonis, I'm sorry that man is your father. Let me be honest." Sheesh. 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 And if you're not aware that ding, 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 that's the A minor chord. Kendrick had the A minor chord playing over an eerie ass beat all throughout Meet the Grams. And then on the next one is where he trying to strike a chord and it's probably A minor. You see how he set that up? A minor, that one chord. Ding, ding, ding. I'm here for it. So to have that on Juneteenth, Aubrey can't relate to Juneteenth because it's not a worldwide Black thing. It's an American event. It's an American thing. It's a Black American thing. Even Africans in Africa cannot relate to Juneteenth on the level of Americans. That is strictly American. It's not just, a Black thing. No. This is a Black American thing. There's like this one African this African woman during the middle of the beef. She came out and she was saying that she feel like some akin. She was like, I feel personally offended, personally attacked. So she's of African descent. I forget what country, but she was born in Canada. Her parents are in Canada. So she was saying in Canada, like there's a huge detachment from Black America. Like they're not taught anything about African American history. So she was like, we just don't know. We're just, and this is what Kendrick was saying. You know what I mean? So don't come over here cosplaying it. Don't come over here with a little black child as a little prop while you in Memphis, Tennessee. Don't come over here, you're a fucking actor. You're a child Canadian actor by his own admission who grew up in an affluent white area in Canada. Like, started from the bottom of what? You started from the bottom of the middle class? Like, where did you start from the bottom of? Because, come on. Started from the bottom. But we were all just, I never even downloaded a Drake album. And I always thought his album covers sucked, but I was never a Drake. It's just like I liked his popular music. That was the extent of it for me. I didn't even know his real name. One of my clients, one of my private clients, I was doing her hair, and she's of Nigerian descent. And again, I like the singing soft emotional Drake. I like that Drake. So this was like 2014. And she was like, Aubrey? And I'm like, who? And she said, that's his name. She said, from Degrassi? And I'm like, what? Like, I never watched TV, so I didn't know that goddamn show. And she said, yeah, I just don't like him. He's too emotional for me. And then the only thing I think about is, little Aubrey and whatever his name was, on whatever his character's name was. She was like him in the wheelchair. But I've been hearing people not like Drake. They just wasn't into him, and Kendrick just exposed the whiz, like for real. He just exposed, the Oz. That's why he had that playing in reverse. Everything they say about me is true. I'm a phony. It's all hocus pocus. I got nothing. I got nothing. I tried everything to try and get on. So if you ask me, he's about to find out. He's about to find out how American slaves was treated. He liked to use them lines, whipped and chained like American slaves. Lucien Grange about to have to get out there and do that show, nigga. You get out there and do that show. You owe me. Get out there and do that show. Yeah. And he's about to have flop after flop after flop because, just check the temperature. Women are saying his music don't hit the same. All his shit being dissected. The fellas are like, who wrote it? Who wrote it? Whose story am I really listening to? Because I don't want to hear you sing another nigga's story. Yeah. It's a wrap. I, for one, am very happy to see it happen. And, it's chess, not checkers. So that's where I was at on Juneteenth. I was at the pop out. And it was epic. It was so good. He got, I can't see nothing. A mess. What's good? I can never be a fan again. Right. He got that foot on the neck. That's what it say. Yeah. Well deserved. And then, what about them creepy and corny ass tattoos? You just got random tattoos of Black American artists just randomly placed on your body. You're a fucking weirdo. You're a weirdo. You got a random tattoo of Lil Wayne, a random tattoo of Aaliyah. You're a fucking creep. You're a weirdo. You're a weirdo. That's not weird. That's not weird. Because it's definitely not paying homage. That's not paying homage. Who else would do that? You know? And it's too late for him to try and put us on to Canadian music, to the Canadian hip hop influence or whatever that may be. That's what your mentor told you to keep it Canadian, and you did everything but that. Unless keeping it Canadian means faking and stealing and fucking lying. If that's what keep it Canadian means, then he did that. But he also told him, don't start rapping about killing nobody. Don't start rapping about the streets. And he did that too. He did exactly that. Mm-hmm. When you on video whining to your mama because she didn't get you a tuna bagel sandwich. What? Nigga, what? I can't even fathom that as a teenager. You for real? You on video talking about how your grandma slide you money in exchange for chocolate. What? They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. What are you talking about? It's not until, and see, this isn't even bragging on growing up broke or growing up, you know, lacking or not having. There's just a synchronicity to Black American culture and the Black American household. You know what I mean? There's just a synchronicity to being Black, born in America, and growing up, whether single or two-parent household. And in Black American culture, I can't imagine anybody being able to relate to motherfucking whining because they mom forgot to get them a tuna bagel sandwich and got them a chicken salad sandwich instead. The fuck? Who can relate to that? Who can relate to that? I mean, who in Black America can really relate to that? Whether you grew up in a middle class household with both your parents married and still married to this day, who can relate to that? Who the fuck can relate to that? The fuck? No. No. You want tuna? It's in the cabinet. It's in the cabinet. Go and open you up a can of tuna and make your own damn tuna sandwich. And matter of fact, don't forget to boil the eggs because I want some too. Don't just make it how you like it, the lazy teenager way. You're going to make a full bowl of tuna salad. Don't forget the pickle relish, goddamn me, and boil the eggs. And don't put too much mayonnaise in there and a whole lot of You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? And it's just gonna be on some bread, some slice of bread. Who the fuck kept bagels in their house? Where you, mama coming back from the grocery store with 2 bags of groceries and a tuna? What? Who the fuck can relate to that? Like, I can't relate to it. I can't relate to it. If you Yeah, I can't relate. I can't relate. Just like he can't relate to Black American culture. And that's what K Dot was saying. And that's what he showed him. Because he can't tap into Juneteenth at all. He can't tap into Juneteenth. Um, Aubrey can't tap into Juneteenth at all. Especially not when he writing lyrics or singing lyrics. I don't know who the fuck wrote them, but when he's singing lyrics, whipped and chained like American slaves, and then gonna tell K Dot you rapping like you trying to get the slaves free. Oh, okay, okay. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. Certified boogie man, I'm the one that up the score with him. Yeah, that's crazy. So that's where I was at. That's where I was at. Like I said, I'm still hyped. It was amazing. hmm It was amazing. And the thing about it, even white American hip hoppers, white Americans who like hip hop music, even they understand the divide because they're American. You know what I mean? They're American. So they know, they know. You know what I mean? We all grew up together. We all grew up in this country. We all grew up with the same history, just maybe on two different sides of it. But we still grew up. So even white Americans that are into hip hop understand understand this Drake funeral, this Drake cremation that he begged for. He begged for this. He begged for this. He begged for this. I was the quiet one. I was that little quiet kid that don't bother nobody. I don't start shit, but I finish it. I was the finisher. Like that short that I made, attitude, walk off. And then everybody on the sound, which I don't like, every time I see that, I be like, y'all was the ones that I beat up. Y'all was the ones that couldn't fight. Y'all was all the ones with all the mouth that couldn't fight. Probably more the popular girls or, whatever. But y'all was the ones that couldn't fight because I was a quiet one that when you fuck with me, and the people who knew me, my friends, don't leave Shalanda alone. Don't Shalanda ain't bothering nobody. Leave her alone. Then after I beat you up massively, not even just beat you up a little bit. After I beat your ass down, you're gonna learn to leave the quiet ones alone. You leave the quiet, peaceful ones alone. Cause they got hands. They got massive hands. They got hands, they hit hard and they fast. Leave them alone. And they're not afraid. They're not afraid. Low key, they like to fight. Low key, they like to fight. That's why they don't bother nobody because they like to fight. I used to like to fight. And then being from St. Louis, where you had to fight, I think that's what forced me to like it because I was good at it. I was always winning. And it's just energy. I was very, active. Don't bother me. Don't bother me because I'm not turning away from a fight. I'm not turning away from a fight. That you was not gonna get me to do. I was not turning away from a fight. You wanna fight me? Blow! What's your next move? Blah blah. What's don't don't play with me. I'm just going to the store. I'm on punishment. I gotta be in the house for the next 30 days. I'm about to take this 3-hour walk to the store that's 15 minutes away. Don't bother me. Don't bother me. Okay? Don't bother me. Don't bother me. But if you want it, hey, no problem. No problem. What 50 say was perfect. He said, I never want a problem. But if anybody got a problem, I say no problem. That was me. That was me in real life. I never started shit. I never wanted any trouble. But if somebody bring trouble to me, I don't have no problem with it. I don't have any problem with it at all. I never had a problem with trouble. Matter of fact, that was my rap name. I was terrible. I was terrible B. Yeah, yeah. I was terrible B from my maiden last name. Yeah, I never had a problem with it. You know? So that was that was Kendrick, you know? And one of my cousins, she's not biological, but she was the first one that I met when I moved to Minnesota. Like the very first one of my friends that I met. And she was a little brawler. When her and I were together, when her and I were together, if people had a problem and started shit with us, we were like dominoes. If she swung first, I was swinging next. So you already about to get a four-piece right quick. If I swung first, she was coming right behind me. Automatically. Automatically. That's how it was. People began to know if Shalanda and Mimo are together, if you got a problem with either one of them, don't address it if they together. Don't address it if they together. Because one of them alone is gonna beat your ass. But you don't want both of them to beat your ass together. Because you're going to get a thorough ass whooping by one of them separately. You don't want to just barely escape with your life fucking with both of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't play. Do not, do not just leave the quiet ones alone. Because you got a 50-50 chance. You got a, no, not, some of the quiet ones, I'm trying to think about one of my cousins and a few other quiet people I know. They not really quiet in their actions. Their actions aren't quiet. Their mouth may be quiet, but they constantly doing some fuck shit that'll make somebody want to take their head off. Okay, but their mouth is quiet because they know they ain't got no hands. But their actions don't seem to understand that they don't have hands. So yeah, that was funny. Dang, I wish I could see. I'm gonna be getting my glasses soon. My first major. I can't read. I'm about to take a trip from LA to Boston. Oh, nice. Oh, your first major road trip. That's what's up. That was a struggle. I cannot see y'all. That's what's up. Be safe. Have a nice trip. Have a nice trip. I would love to check out the East Coast. I definitely want to check out the East Coast. I don't know when it'll be. I don't know when it'll be, but I definitely want to check out the East Coast. You know, yeah. I don't know. When I drove from, when I left Minnesota and I drove to Arizona, and it was a 30-hour drive because I drove straight through. It was 30 hours. When I think back on that, I just think about, and then I think about Chrome, how sometimes he'll have his summer trips and things like that. I guess I'm still thinking about it because there's just something about it as a single person with like no end point. You know what I mean? No end point, no relatives anywhere that I would be ending to visit. or friends, or just know, like everywhere I move, I don't know anybody. And something about that just doesn't really appeal to me as a single person. If somewhere during this journey of me being a mobile dweller ends up with a partner who is also aligned with this lifestyle, I would love to do it. I would love to live more on the road, have our home base somewhere, or where we desire or intend to buy land if I haven't bought my land already. But as a single woman, and it's something I've thought about for years, it just doesn't appeal to me. Something in it just doesn't appeal to me. I would love to, though, as a couple. I would love to as a couple, but as a single woman, it's never appealed to me. Now, once I get back to Arizona, I do intend to continue visiting different places in Arizona. Like, I was all over Arizona when I lived there. But yeah, that's just that's just, it doesn't appeal to me for B. Arizona is my first stop. I love Arizona. You still look like a, oh, that's some garbage. My, oh, your dad, you said, what does that say? Any road trip advice? Um, I don't know. I only took that one. Are you driving alone? I don't know. Shit, I need some road trip advice my damn self. I took that one trip, for real, and I left Minnesota in the winter, and I chose to go through Texas because I didn't want to go through Missouri, because I didn't want to get stuck in any ice or any winter weather in Colorado or anything like that. And when I got when I got into Texas, baby, all them big black trucks going 80 miles an hour on the highway, and I didn't know where I was going. I was just using my GPS, and her ass blanked out. Her ass blanked out because I lost signal, and I ended up, from all them big ass black trucks going 80 miles an hour on the highway, I needed to go this way, and they just all directed me this way. So I ended up driving 60 miles in the wrong direction in Texas. And baby, my brain was clogged because all I could smell was oil. That's all I could smell. Oh my God. I got so sick of the smell of oil. That's all I could smell in the air. I couldn't wait to get the fuck out of Texas. But that's all I know. For me personally, my next thing, that, like, the advice that I'm giving to myself, I'm gonna get a road map, a paper map. I'm not going to rely on the internet signal, the what are these called, the towers. I'm not going to rely on that. I'm going to get a paper road map and map out my direction, because that way I could just easily pull over right quick and see where I'm going, see where I'm at, see where I'm going. That would probably be my best advice. And have Texas is the longest, 10 hours. Oh, okay. Yeah, I would get a road map. I would get a paper road map. Mhm. Cuz baby, you don't want to go through a dead zone where your signal drop, and then especially if you don't know if you near where your next prompt is gonna be, where you may have to switch a highway or something like that, which was my case. I was coming to a bunch of different sections and I needed to go be on this way. So that's my biggest takeaway from that. Get a damn paper road map. Yep. And don't rely on them tower signals, because you would think you what I thought is that I was in the right direction, and after she wasn't saying nothing for so long, man, she wasn't saying nothing. I'm like, did this bitch go to sleep? I look at my phone. Yep, yep, she had dropped. It was no nothing. I was like, damn, damn, damn. Yeah, 30 hours, 30 hours, 30 hours straight through. So that's it. I pulled over at a rest stop at a rest stop. I think I slept for about an hour. I'm not comfortable sleeping at rest stops. Yeah. And see, my thing, like, I've gone camping, real camping at a campsite, not glamping, but camping. I love camping. Um Never by myself though. But for me, I just wouldn't be comfortable living that life on the road. Not traveling, but I see a lot of van dwellers that live on the road, and they're at this campsite and that campsite and this campsite and that campsite. I personally wouldn't be comfortable with that. I'd be comfortable with going to a campsite, every now and then, but um yeah, being, I guess, closer to the city. I think it's easier for me. It's easy to find parking. It's easy to just, my daily things, grocery, going to the store, getting my meat, filling up my tank, just my normal stuff, which is also why I like a stealth vehicle versus like a big ass RV or even a school bus or something like that. I fit right in. When I park wherever, I fit in. Although I'm not stealth, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sitting in here with my doors open. I don't hide it, but my vehicle doesn't stick out. Even once my solar panels are up, or even all like that, that's all fine. It's still not a RV or a school bus or something taking up more space than a regular parking space. And I like that. I like that. So, yeah, I it just never appealed to me. And I never thought about it. I know I do have a bucket list. It's a few videos on my channel. I'm gonna have to go follow you. That's like one of my concerns. Don't plan on sleeping at a rest stop. Yeah. Yeah. I think I slept like this in my front seat. you know? But yeah, it was, like I say, I do look forward to moving around more. Um, but I fantasize about that as a couple. If I can be honest, I do. I fantasize about that as a couple, uh, versus as a single woman. I do like city dwell. I feel very, very comfortable city dwelling. I feel extremely comfortable city dwelling. I mean, I don't like where I'm at in California, but I'm very comfortable city dwelling. Yeah, I definitely will. I definitely will. Definitely. Like, and I don't, if I'm honest, I don't watch, like, even with Chrome, I've been subscribed to him for a few years, and I watched him more before I got the mansion because I was missing Hotel Honda, and so I was living vicariously through him. Um, but I don't even though I'm subscribed to still a few van lifers to show support, just and I'll watch some of their videos every now and again. I don't typically watch van lifers, um, just because if I can be honest, they're really all the same. They really all look the same. Everybody's, traveling. It's really all the same. Even I'm noticing a lot of how they shoot their videos is all the same. And it's all kind of like taking from what Chrome Van City Van Life started. It's a variation depending on if they're male or female, but they all are so much the same. And then I don't want to feel compelled to be influenced by, you know what I mean, because I already see that's what people like. That's what people like, and that's not my van life. Even when I did move around more, the way I set up, the way I had my gigs set up at the time, I couldn't move, which is why I'm setting my life up the way it is now, where it's like I'm focusing on product. I'm focusing on other things for my income that don't require me and me having to be in one particular space. But I really do have my own aspect of how I live, because I just live in here. For me, it's not van life. Like this is what I chose before it was popular because it's what I relate to the most. From even looking at the mobile tiny homes. I like the small space, and then I like the mobility, the freedom to be able to move, to have a vehicle and a home all in one. Um, but like in Arizona, my life was mostly outside of my vehicle and not like I didn't have a chance to convert it, but my life isn't van life. That probably doesn't make sense, but yeah, my life isn't it wasn't. I don't know what it'll be now, especially since I am so established and this is my second converted vehicle. um yeah, I enjoy, that's what I love about Arizona, because there's so much to do. And I the social me is fed in Arizona. I had a crew of people that I was with, and we always had something going on, from somebody throwing a pool party, which it's so hot during the day, they're all at night. Somebody like the 420 parties, all of these things where I was doing outside of my vehicle. It's just life is just different in Arizona. Life for me was just different. And I definitely wasn't so isolated, which was kind of a first time for me, and it was dope. It was dope. I loved it. I loved it. Like we would have somebody would host a big ass Mother's Day brunch, at one of their apartments. Just all these different things, and I think about it on a regular basis. Like what would my channel be like once I'm back in Arizona, where my life is lived outside of my vehicle? But then where will my entrepreneur endeavors be at by that time? What will my channel even be by that time? Because, like my banner says, van life, inspiration, and entrepreneurship. That's essentially, and even when I look at my videos, that's essentially what it's about. If I'm not talking about van life, living in a vehicle, I'm talking sharing some inspiration or sharing what I'm doing for my entrepreneur ventures. That's the bulk of my channel, and there are some areas that I want to lean into a bit more because of more future endeavors that I want to go into. So, yeah, yeah. But Arizona's beautiful. If you've never been there, You will love it. You will love it. What does that say? I can't really see it. But yeah, I'm definitely going to check out your channel, April, and follow you and subscribe. I mean, Turk. Oh, that's. I thought those was hard. That's Turkey, baby. We can't do nothing about none of that. We can't send it up to God. That's my best advice for you. Send it up to God. We can't do nothing about it. So you know, I don't stress over anything I can't do anything about. I can't do anything about no war that's going on or none of that. God knows best. Send it up to God and then let it go, you know? So that's all I can say for you. But thank you for the comment. Thank you for the comment. But that's all I got. That's all I got for you. That's all I got. You know. I like to control the controllables. So anyway, I've discussed everything I wanted to discuss, and like I say, my next move is working on how to make sure, or not make sure, because I'm not sure right now, how to really bring my personality to my pre-recorded videos. That's where I'm at right now, so that I can. And you know what? I noticed too. I noticed earlier today, living in this van, I'm having some of the same issues that homeowners deal with during the hot weather, and it's ants. It's ants. That's that's a real that's a real thing. That is a real thing. So I noticed a bunch of little ants around the door, around the, what is it, the footstep or whatever. So yeah, I got that issue to deal with right here in California, USA. Um, I don't know. I don't know what's going on in Turkey, but I know right here in California, USA, and this van, little Chateau, I got some little ants that I'm dealing with right now. That's what I got going on. Okay, that's what I got going on. Put an American flag in the chat for that. Okay, shit, and some little ants. Put an American flag and some little ants in the chat for that. Okay. Shit. This is what we talking about right here. This is what we got going on right here. You know? But I'll take them over mice. I ain't had no mice in here, but again, I do live in the city. So I've only discovered people having mice come into their rig that be in the back country and shit like that. So, cause I wouldn't, shit, y'all will see me one day up there on top. I'll be up on the balcony talking about it's a mouse in there somewhere. I was even watching one dude. He was so cool about it. Ooh, baby, please don't ever let me have to deal with a mouse because it's gonna immediately evict me. A motherfucking mouse gonna evict me. Do you hear me? Cause I ain't gonna know how the fuck to get it out. I'm not gonna know how the hell to get it out. Cause if I take all my shit out and it don't get out, I'm not gonna know what to do because I'm not gonna go looking for it. I'm not gonna go looking for it, baby. Mice and Shalanda Elise don't go together. We don't go together. I don't do rodents, baby. I don't do rodents. I don't do rodents. This is a great live. Thank you. Have a great night. You too. You too. Thank you. I, I get to the heat when I get to Arizona. I ain't even been hot to be. Yeah, I haven't been hot. I'm in Cali. It ain't nothing but cool to me. Um. So yeah, yeah. You stay cool. You stay cool. The library closed, poor things. They don't even know. Anyway, y'all have a good night. That's it. And I'll keep y'all updated. I will drop links to my journals. Make sure you check those out. And yeah, that's it. Holla at your girl. Peace, y'all.